Sarah. I'm not really sure where this video is gonna go. I'm still sick. This is the same day as I recorded the other video, but it's going up I think 2 weeks later or a week later. I'm gonna try to get through this as best as I can because there are people upstairs that I can hear. I know that it doesn't pick up on the mic, but it still like stresses me out when I talk and whatnot and people are upstairs. Anyways. I have had several points in the last year where I wanted to sit down and record this video and where I've ended up finding this idea in my life. And I end up finding it and staying true to it, and then I end up losing it again. I have at several points realized that I have more or less found parts of my voice in me staying quiet. I am a much more soft-spoken and private person than I tend to make myself out to be to others. I tend to be very loud and flashy so that people find me annoying, so that they'll leave me alone, or so they end up not liking me and not wanting to be around so I can get to be alone. But I am finding my voice in silence. I'm finding my voice in being quiet more often than not. I find that when I share with people the things that I actually want to share with them, that I feel a lot better about our relationships and I feel a lot more connected with them. I also get to be who I am authentically when I let myself be more quiet, more silent. Some of that other parts of it looks like not talking about certain subjects anymore, certain topics anymore, not constantly thinking about them or bringing them up to people around me. Even when they try to bring it up, I just ignore it more or less. I've also, in a way, found my voice through silence and getting to sit by myself and sit with myself, doing things like this, where I'm talking to myself. I know there's people that watch, but it's more or less just me talking to myself right now in my room. Things like sitting alone, sitting here, sitting outside, spending time writing out my thoughts, spending time listening to music that feels like my thoughts. I found so much of my voice in silence, in not feeling like I have to scream all the time, and feeling like I don't have to be flashy all the time, and feeling like I can just settle down and talk to the people that I want to talk to instead of being absolute best friends with everyone and taking care of absolutely everyone and constantly being up and constantly talking and constantly always doing, always trying to be everyone's friend, always trying to be the bigger person with everyone, always doing everything all the time, always being the one that's flashy, always being the one entertaining everyone and keeping a smile on everyone's faces. And I've learned that I don't have to be that person. I don't have to make everyone happy. I don't have to put a smile on everyone's face. I can spend my life quietly on my own. I can have a peaceful life. I can have an honest and quiet living. I can follow my own slow path. I can do it and I don't have to tell anyone about it. I can just do it and I can just take care of myself while doing it. I don't have to tell everyone everything going on all the time. I can spend time to sit and think. I can spend time to just be me. And I don't have to talk, and if I do, I don't have to be shouting, and I don't have to be the center of attention, and I don't have to be always always entertaining people. I can be quiet, I can be soft, I can be kind. I can give up little information if I want to. I don't have to share everything all the damn time. I've realized a lot that the reason I ended up so loud was because it was a coping mechanism, and it was a way of me of hiding. Because what would happen is that I'd be loud, and then people would think that they knew everything about me, and so they wouldn't ask much questions because they thought that I had answered everything there was to answer. Or I'd push people away by being loud and obnoxious so that they didn't want to talk to me anymore. Make people believe that they knew everything about me when they really knew nothing. Just because they always got the first word in, I always got the first thing in, I always said something, I always made a point to relate things to other things, and I don't talk to a lot of people anymore. And when I do, I have more neutral conversations, or I get to have those quieter conversations about the things that really matter. I don't have to be this angry person. I don't have to be mad about everything. I can be okay with things. I can let things hurt and let them be what they are, even if they do hurt. That's okay. And you can talk about your pain without being angry. You can talk about it, and you can be honest with people without making it this big flashy thing. It's a lot more difficult, and it causes a lot more vulnerability that way, because people can see that you're hurting rather than that you're angry. But in that, you end up making better connections almost. I've found my voice in being quiet because I've discovered who I really am. I've discovered the type of person I really want to be, the type of person I've probably been my whole life but just felt forced not to. I get to be me, I get to express myself how I want to. I don't have to do what others want from me. I've given myself time to sit and think, to formulate my own opinions and my own thoughts, to really get to know myself and who it is that I am before I go and I present that to the world. I spend time by myself to care about myself, to understand myself. I don't tend to say things to make other people happy anymore. I don't say things that I think people think that I'll say. I say the things that I genuinely want to. I have found my voice in being quiet because I have found myself, because that is the way that I have always been, and the way that I've always needed to be in the life I've always wanted to live. An honest and quiet living, away from the chaos of the rest of the world, away from prying eyes and judgment. I'd much rather live a life where nobody knows what I do and I can be happy by myself and with the few people that I let live around me and be in my life still, than to have everything in the world and tell everyone about it all the time and have people in my business constantly. I'd rather live quietly. I'd rather live in the middle of nowhere where nobody can get to me, and I can just simply exist and I can just be me. It's all I've ever really wanted. And I've learned that I get to have that, and I can have that so long as I choose to. I had a lot more to say, but I'm really honestly not remembering most of it, and I'm really tired because I'm still sick, and I should probably go lay down. I don't know if I'm gonna end up posting this one or not, because I feel like I just rambled about absolutely nothing, but I'll see you in the next one. Bye, Sarah.